Hi there, Joanna Nagler, I Am 50 Yoga. So today we're going to talk a little bit about the poses that seem to be a little bit intense on the knees. So Virasana is the main pose that we remember from kindergarten, sitting the hips between the shins. Now, if you can't get your hips all the way down in this position, you can always put a block right under your butt. So what we're looking for in Virasana is to open the hips while protecting the knees. So you have a couple of choices here. When you sit down, come from all fours, draw the feet a little bit out so that the shins, the flesh of the calf clears the thigh. Use your hands, plant your fingers toward the hips, lift up, draw the head and neck back, little bend in the shoulders, gets you a heart melt. Come on up gently, always come out with anything to do with the knees gently. So let's see that sideways. So one more time, I'm going to shift my hips down in between my calves. I'm going to plant my hands towards my hips. I'm going to take the weight in the hands, lift up, draw the shoulders on the back. A little bend in the elbows gets me a little more heart melt. Now if I want, I can open up my hips just a little bit. That won't hurt anything. If you go too far, it might tweak the hips. So figure out what works for you. If you're coming all the way down, come down gently and easily. Elbows first, and then the top of the head, open up. To come on out, we're using the elbows, the forearms, the palms. Again, no jerking motions. Nice and slow and steady. Coming out easy, easy and lightly. We're going to add a block and see what it looks like with the block. So from here, I'm going to open up my calves. I'm going to sit back on the block. From here, I can plant my hands, lift up, open the chest. Do whatever's right for you. Everybody's body's different. Some people's hips are tighter than others. So please don't press yourself, especially with anything that has to do with your knees. So we're going to work pigeon pose. So I'm going to show it to you from the side, and then we'll do it from the front. So in pigeon pose from all fours, we're looking for the palms to be nice and wide, and we're just going to draw the left knee between the palms. Now notice in pigeon pose that the more you draw that shin parallel to the mat, the more torque you're going to get and more stretch in the hips. So draw the heel in towards the groin as much or as little as you need to. Flex or point, we don't really care. Come down on the forearms and just breathe. So in this pose, we're letting the breath do the work. We find the point at which we get a good stretch, and we take a nice, easy, breathing approach to opening the hip. If this is too much, you can cock the toes for a little bit more control, but we're looking for the top of the foot on the mat. If you're a little bit more advanced, cock the back toes, put the weight into the balls of the feet, take the feet as wide as your mat, and take plank pose on the forearms. Press the weight into the toes. Hold the pose, lots of weight in the balls of the feet, lift the belly. Come on down to the knees, all the way down. Left, right cheek to the earth and let go. From here, plant the hands. We're going to press up to a push-up. Drop to the knees. Come on in. Bring the knees in. We're going to draw the right knee in. Top of the left foot back. Take whatever stance with the shins is right for you. Come on down on forearms. And let the breath do the work. You can come all the way down if you like. Drop the forehead and extend. For this section, we're just going to stay on our forearms because we're dropping back on them in a moment. When you're ready, cock the back toes, step wide with both feet, press the weight from the forearms into the toes, and just breathe. We're looking for weight from the front body to move to the back body. Come on all the way down to the mat, cheek to the earth, let go. From here, plant the hands, shoulders on the back, look up, cock the toes, press into the palms, lift with the hips. Look between your hands, bend your knees a lot, stay low, exhale, skip, and there you have it. Proper form, proper alignment for anything to do with hip openers that involve the knees. Thanks so much for practicing with me. I'm Joanna Nagler. This is I Am 50 Yoga.